Video. Okay.
Hi! Devin started filming already.
Yes, I did.
As I was adjusting shit.
I can stop and we can start over.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So, internet questions.
Intranet. Or internet. No, internet was different.
Intro versus inter is different.
Yes. The internet was a different thing.
It was a different thing.
Yes.
Anyway. Morgan has questions.
I have questions. These are all questions from Kat the Baker.
Hi, Kat.
Hey, Kat. What was the last book you read and what did you think of it?
The last book that I read, that I finished reading, last book that I finished reading, or the last book that the book that I'm currently reading?
I'm gonna say, yeah, because I got the same issue. I'm gonna say the last book that you finished.
The last book that I finished was Hail Mary by Andy Weir.
Oh, look. Visual aids.
Very convenient, because otherwise I would have been like, it was that book by the guy who did The Martian. It was good. It was really good. Because Andy Weir has done 3 books now. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. He's done 3 books now. The Martian, Artemis, I think.
Yes, I
the
think
second book was Artemis.
Yeah.
And Hail Mary. Hail Mary, I really liked The Martian. Artemis, I have had trouble getting into for some reason. I don't know why. But Hail Mary goes back to a very well-established policy of Andy Weir writing about somebody off by themselves deep in space doing science. And
Science.
I approve. It was really good. It was really well written. It was enjoyable. The storyline is about basically apocalyptic shit is happening to Earth, and there is a mission that gets launched to try to fix that, and the main character is an astronaut on that mission, and it kind of goes back and forth between the astronaut on the mission and flashbacks as he remembers things that happened before the launch. And it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, thumbs up. Do recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Your last book?
I'm trying to decide which one. Because I have a horrible habit of listening to several audiobooks at once, depending on where I am at and doing things and whatnot. Because I like to listen to smutty audiobooks, but sometimes I need
Gasp.
I know. Sometimes I need not smutty audiobooks. So I'm going to talk about trying to decide. Now the other problem with smutty audiobooks is I don't always fully remember the plots of them because I just kind of listen to them.
Plot's not necessarily that important.
Plots are not that important, and I just kind of listen to them in chunks here and there. So yeah, I tend to like PWP over porn without plot.
Plop.
Yeah. But then sometimes it's really nice to have some good plot too. It kind of depends. Anyways, so the last book that I actually finished listening to was Anything He Wants, which is the first one in this series, by this author named Sarah Fox. I actually really did not like it because she would go off on these horrible it was a good thing. Sometimes I have to listen to audiobooks just because otherwise I would literally physically throw books across the room at things and probably break shit.
Which Morgan in general discourages me from throwing books across the room.
Yeah.
That happens too often. She's like, you're not allowed to read this author anymore.
Yeah. There's restrictions I have put on myself. I am not allowed to finish the that one series, the Deborah Harkness.
You know the one.
The witches and vampires and shit that they turned into a TV series that I also am trying to know.
Oh,
Yeah, because I got so mad at the end of that first book.
The end of that first book was so annoying.
So, because Devin listened to part of it with me because I was listening in the audiobook, and I was like, if I had this book physically in my hand, it would be chucked across the room at this point.
I know some people are really fond of A Discovery of Witches.
Yes.
And good for you if you are, but it's not.
Like the end of the first book was so drawn out, and that it just, like, irritated me. Sorry. I digress. So, this, He Wants Anything that I listened to, I really didn't like the author would, like, there were some pretty hot, like, smut scenes, but then there was, like, this exposition that was just unimportant and stupid and annoying, and I was just like, stop. So that was not good. I did also recently, because I was flipping back and forth between all of these, The Pearl by Tiffany Rice, which I have mixed feelings about her as a writer in general for various reasons, but I do enjoy the stuff that she writes to a degree. I enjoyed The Pearl. It was an interesting, it's like a sub-series that she did that actually in her main series that she wrote, the writer in that series wrote these books. Very convoluted. Yeah, like the character in one of the series is a writer, and she mentions these books, and so then Tiffany Rice actually wrote these books separately. Anyways,
that's actually really funny because one of the authors I really like, Rainbow Rowell, wrote this book called Fangirl.
Uh-huh.
And one of the main and the main character is she's writing fan fiction for what is effectively like it's like this like young adult supernatural series. So the main character is writing fan fiction for this series, and Rainbow Rowell has written several books about the series.
Oh, that's kind of
cute. Like the latest one just came out.
Yeah, I like
in the next couple days, I think.
I like these ones. There's I think it started with the rose, or maybe it was the red, and then the rose, and then the pearl. I'm trying to remember what the three names were. The first one was like about this art gallery. This woman working at this art gallery who gets a bed that's basically haunted by this ghost of this famous rake, whatever, and it's
very good for cleaning up your lawn.
No, your type of rake.
I'm not really into gardening or landscaping.
Thomas. Anyways, he takes her through this series of like interesting dreams and like whatnot. They're really cool and interesting. And then like she ends up meeting and marrying his like descendant. And then each of the books are about their children and them getting visited by the same ghost of their like great grandfather, helping set them up with the people that they're supposed to marry and fall in love with, and lots of torrid sex. I don't know. It's very
this at least sounds less disturbing than the Star Trek: The Next Generation plot, where there's like the alien / ghost who's been sleeping with Dr. Crusher's ancestors through generations, and it's weird when you think about it.
Okay, it's weird when you think about it, or it's super hot when you're me. Anyways. The third book that I'm going to talk about that I also was listening to and finished within like a day or two of the other two.
Okay.
Which is not smut, which is why I'm going to talk about it, is Scorpion's Tale. It's Douglas Preston, Lincoln Child book. It is a spin-off from the Pendergast series. This one is specifically about Nora Roberts and... No. Nora Kelly, not Nora.
Nora Roberts is different.
Nora Roberts is different, and I don't really like Nora Roberts' writing. So Nora Kelly
Roberts,
and Corey Swanson. So Corey Swanson is like a protege of Pendergast in a couple of the books, and Nora Kelly is like a museum curator after Margaret Green no longer is a museum curator or something like that. Or maybe they work at different departments of the same fucking museum. I don't remember. There's a lot of those books. There's a lot of people. I know that Nora used to be married to Smith back, but he died in a book, and it's all very convoluted, and you have to like read all of the
it's a lot of
Pendergast
backstory
books?
Across several books.
Yeah, you have to read all of the Pendergast books to understand some of the backstory of the characters. But otherwise, they're actually pretty good stories. Although I do not like, I don't know how I feel about Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child writing females as their main characters, because I don't think that they're very good at it. I feel like Corey, who was in the Pendergast novels, when she was a side character, was much more independent and smart and whatnot, has now suddenly become this wilting flower of a new FBI agent that is constantly worried she's pissed everybody off, as opposed to having actually learned anything from Pendergast, like she should have at this point.
Because her entire introduction was that she didn't care that she pissed people off. Like, she was...
Yeah.
Like, that was literally what made her interesting, that made Pendergast pay attention to her, was that she was, like, this, like, weird goth girl in this, like, Midwestern town who...
Yeah, and so now she's trying to, like, balance that old part of her that has a lot of anger issues with this new, like, being a new FBI agent thing, and I don't, like... That's
unfortunate,
like, there's only been 2 books, and I loved her character in the old books, but I just don't know...
Like, because they kind of did a thing where... What was the name of the girl who Pendergast, like, adopted?
Constance, and we're not even going to talk about where that storyline is going.
Constance, who basically, like, she became a plot device, and it was frustrating.
Well, and that's the thing about... So these first two books in the Corey Swanson, Nora Roberts ones, like they figured shit out, but then literally the last, like, either chapter or epilogue is Pendergast coming in and filling in the information that they don't know yet. And so that also annoys me. Like, he makes these guest appearances at the end of these 2 books, and it's like he fills in the plot points that they haven't connected because somehow Corey has forgotten how to do research. I don't know. Like, that's my vague feeling. Also, somehow Nora who is literally a researcher and, like, archaeologist excavator, right, has also forgotten how to, like, do research and connect dots.
That's frustrating.
So, I don't know. Like, I have mixed feelings about them. Yeah, and we're not even going to where Constance has gone in the latest Pendergast book either. So I'm just gonna.
I think the last Pendergast book I read was the one where they went on, like, a transatlantic cruise, and weird shit happened with Constance.
Yeah, that was a while back.
That was way back. That was like 10 years ago, if not more.
Yeah, I'm caught up to date on the Pendergast books and their writings and stuff. So, which I don't totally dislike where Constance has gone, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting turn of events that has happened. Anyways, let's move on to a different question.
Next
now that
question.
We've rambled for 13 minutes about books.
But you know what you fucking get.
How many pillows do you sleep with?
When you sign here, I sleep with, at the moment, I have the one pillow that I sleep on, and then I have sometimes the body pillow, and my stuffed bunny.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, maybe 2 pillows would be nice. If I am sleeping entirely by myself in a bed, that's my arrangement when, like, I share the bed with Morgan. And if I was sleeping by myself, it would be the pillow I have my head on, maybe 2 depending on the pillow, a body pillow, and then another pillow behind me, because I feel most comfortable when I'm sleeping in, like, this nest of pillows. And then I've got my blanket, and I've got my stuffed bunny that I got from my girlfriend that I love, and that is where... And also, I do a weird thing where... I don't know if it's weird, because what the fuck is weird? What is normal?
This is you like to sleep the opposite
I
direction
just
than that?
feel more comfortable for some reason sleeping with my head down at the bottom of the bed and my feet up by the headboard. And that is just a constant that, depending on, even when we rotate the mattress, that's just how I feel more comfortable. And this explanation has probably gone on for about 45 seconds longer than it needs to.
Okay.
Back to you, Morgan.
Back
How
to
many
me.
pillows do you sleep with?
Well, I like to have my nice firm pillow that kind of gets shoved more against the headboard. And then I like to have my soft squishy pillow. That's really what I like to sort of smush under my head and neck. I really cannot sleep with less than 2 pillows, especially if it's a flat pillow. Fuck flat pillows. Fine. Sorry, Mr. Grammar Police man.
Technically, grammar police would be appointed by some sort of overruling body. I'm more of a grammar vigilante.
Anyways, I like to have those 2 pillows at minimum.
I'm that man.
At minimum, I like the 2 head pillows. Then currently I've been sleeping with a body pillow. I like body pillows and I also don't like body pillows. I had a problem with my shoulder. It's been helping to kind of have my arm up over a body pillow so that I don't sleep with it up. Because if I don't have the body pillow, then I sleep on my stomach with it above my head, and that's been aggravating my shoulder. So,
Also, the body pillow we have currently is like cooling material.
yeah, it's got like this
A+.
gel thing. It's nice right now.
Because it's fucking hot outside.
But it is very fluffy. It hasn't been smushed yet. So it's a little.
I've been trying. It
It's
just
a
it does
little.
not.
Yeah, it doesn't want to smush.
Does not want to smush.
So it's very fluffy. So it really you're really up there when you're got your arm and leg on it.
And then also sometimes
We also have a small.
when your wife goes to sleep before you do, sometimes the body pillow gets pushed over into your third of the bed, and it's a little. You have to try and nudge it back, and it's just.
Which is funny because sometimes in the middle of the night, after you've been asleep for a while and have rolled over, and then you try to roll back, your husband your partner has shoved the body pillow over, and you're sleeping on this sliver of bed, and you're like, oh, if I roll, I'm gonna fall off of it. Which is the problem with owning only a queen-sized bed, apparently.
Marriage is difficult, kids. It's just a constant struggle for real estate on your mattress sometimes. I love you.
I love you too. Yeah, pretty much. And then
I will say, it's slightly ironic to be answering this and discussing this for question from Kat, because Kat is very, very
snuggly.
Very aggressive on the mattress. That phrase does not work for what I'm working for, but we'll be moving over in their sleep. Yeah. Anyway.
Least favorite household chore.
Least favorite household chore. Vacuuming.
Which is why I vacuum.
Vacuum, the sound of a vacuum cleaner is uncomfortable to me. So that's why I'm not a fan of it. Least favorite household chore.
Cleaning the toilets, what you do for me.
Which is why I do it, and it's works out great. Yeah.
I vacuum. I tell him, put in your earphones or go out for an hour. And I vacuum. And he cleans the toilets. It's an excellent exchange. Learn how to...
Remember everything I said before about how marriage is difficult? This is how it works.
Yep.
Other questions?
What is the most unusual thing you have ever eaten?
Thing, not person.
We haven't gotten to the not safe for work questions yet.
Most unusual thing I have ever eaten. I don't know. Any thoughts?
Let's see. I
guess that's a matter of context because,
Right.
like, sushi would be weird to some people.
Some people are just like super anti-raw fish, like sushi, like just straight out. I've had rattlesnake. I think I've also had alligator at some point. I've had octopus.
Octopus, yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else particularly weird or see, like it's hard. I feel like it's also hard to quantify or qualify something as weird. Quantify? What do I want to
Quantify.
Quantify.
Yeah, quantify.
Whatever. Because what is weird to us as white Americans is not weird to other people.
Yeah,
of
I
other
think
nations.
that's probably part of it.
So, like,
Some people.
honestly, that watermelon Mountain Dew. That was weird.
It was a little weird.
Because I have a big thing about texture too. So, like, there are things that I just don't like to eat because of their textures. Those things to me, like, I would describe them as weird. Because it's interesting, because, like, there's sushi that I like, and then there are still, like, types of, like, subgenres of sushi that I do not like because I do not like something about the texture of it. Because there's, like, differences. Like, I like tuna, but I don't like,
the first time my sister took us out for sushi, not us as in you and me, but
Right.
me and my little sister she ordered yellowfish, and, like, that was weird, and I would probably be fine with it now.
escarole. That's the one I really don't like. I don't
Escarole?
like. Yeah, I don't like the texture of escarole.
I've had it once or twice, and I kind of liked it. But I mean, like,
if you eat too much of it, it's not good for you. It's not good for your stomach.
well, yeah, if you eat too much of a lot of things, it's not good for your stomach.
He almost pushes me over.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Like, I feel like most of the things that I eat are not that strange, unfortunately. And I don't have an interesting answer to this one. Sorry.
Yeah. Like I said, I've eaten some odd. Like, I've tried alligator, tried rattlesnake, tried.
Had eel.
Yeah.
Octopus. Things in sushi that some people would probably think were weird.
I think I've actually even eaten a cricket type thing before once a long time ago. I would not do the bug thing again personally. They were weird, but
Yeah. That's a lot of rambling.
that is. That's like 27
That's like
minutes.
23 minutes. So we're going to stop now.
Yeah.
There will be another video coming up later.
Definitely.
And catch you later.